Well, my family thinks we're crazy because, like, the 2 generations ago, there were 4 kids on this farm who were working their, like, butts off to leave the farm and have a better, easier life. And so when I was like, I think I'm going to go back and I'd love to, revitalize the farm, everyone was like, are you, like, we all worked so hard so you wouldn't have to do this.
It's interesting when people walk into the booth and really don't have a lot of experience with working with medicinal herbs, but are drawn to something that's really familiar. You see an echinacea flower, and that's something that's really familiar because they see that around, or they're growing it in their front yard, and didn't necessarily realize that there are medicinal constituents in it. So they're just, I mean, I think a lot of it is education, and in part why we were interested in keeping this space open to people who are interested in learning more.
Yeah, I've had a few friends be like, yeah, but like, isn't it all kind of hocus pocus? Like, do you really believe that plants have healing powers? And I'm always like, have you ever had a cup of coffee? Like, does that affect your body when you drink it? Like, have you had mint tea and felt better after a stomachache? And like, once you sort of remind people that there are all of these plants that we use that, like, do actually really noticeably affect our body systems, they're like, oh yeah, I guess plants do affect the way that we feel. And like, aspirin comes from the willow tree, and then people are like, what, really?
Yeah.
And that helps with the buy-in of people. That like just sort of opens this door, because I think we grew up thinking like the only viable medicine comes from like a chemical lab or a factory, and like in fact that's kind of a strange idea. Like, if we actually take a step back, the idea that like medicine comes from chemicals is kind of weird, but that's what people are used to, and so the idea that medicine could come from living plants is strange to them. But it's not actually, you're right, a big leap to make.